What is up, Hyperdrivers? Welcome back to the channel. So today in the house, I got something special. For the first time, I have MYC's Emperor Palpatine quarter scale statue to take a look at. And what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm going to go over the things I like most about this statue, bring you guys in for some close-up details, show you all of the switch outs so you can see how this thing comes and what you all get with it. And then I'm gonna bring out my two Royal Guard premium format figures that I got from Sideshow so you can see how he stacks up next to those, how he could display with that. And finally, I'll bring out a quarter scale Darth Vader Hot Toys that I have so you can see how he stacks up next to a quarter scale Vader. So you can get an idea of how he could be displayed in your collection. If that's what you guys are here for, hold on to your butts because I'm about to jump to light speed.
Go strap yourselves in. I'm going to make the jump to light speed.
So welcome back, Hyperdrivers. And yes, I'm super excited. I got Emperor Palpatine here in the house. I love the way the statue looks. If you guys can't already tell, very excited to have this one here in the house. This looks super cool. So one of the things that I think is great about this statue is the footprint. It's not that big a statue. You know, this is something that can very easily fit inside of a DTOF, inside of a Besta. You could put it with another statue inside of the Besta. This thing is only 11 inches round on the base and about 20 inches tall. So very easy to display. Love that about this piece. So it's gonna make it great when like if I was gonna display him with my Royal Guard, it's gonna be very easy to do that. Also, the base is round, so that's cool. So you can stagger your statues much easier with a round base. Love round bases. Probably one of my favorite ways to go with a statue. As far as assembly goes, you guys caught that. It was really easy to put this thing together. You don't need any instructions. It went together in less than 5 minutes. It was a real quick assembly. And it comes in a small box too, so shipping isn't gonna be too bad. Other cool features about this is the light up features. So you have two light up features on the statue. You have the lower part of the base, which has that Imperial style decor, and then it lights up and it has a nice bright white light to it. But then you also have the option for a lightsaber. This is one option here to display them with the cane, where you can pop that out. And these magnets are insanely strong. And you got this big block of a key. So it's very secure the way it fits in. This side here with the lightsaber has your prongs for the light up to transfer, for the power to transfer, for the unlimited power to transfer into the statue. So then you could just take and plug this in right here, and then you get the light up feature. Let me go ahead and turn off some of these lights so you guys can see that. Check that out, guys. Really nice. Look how bright that is. You can see the glow off of my hands, which is cool. You can see the glow on the red from the lightsaber. The lightsaber is really bright. Looks nice, gives off a nice red hue, which is great. So if you want to display it this way with him in the lightsaber like that, he has that more Revenge of the Sith type of style, which is nice. Other options that you have. Obviously, we saw the cane at the beginning, but you can take and do other things. Like you can swap out this head, and it's got a key that fits right underneath the hood of the cloak, so that there's no seams. It looks seamless, which is great. You don't see any seams in anything. This hand can come off. Again, super strong magnet. And you could display this hand here. So it looks like he's about to give a command. And then you also have another option for the left arm. And the left arm can be displayed that way. So you have lots of different options here to make it look like your own. Me personally, I really like the snarling portrait. That's something that I think they got down really well. It's not necessarily actually it's pretty damn close. I would say, if anything, you're inside of the 90th percentile of look for Palpatine. He looks just like Palpatine to me, and I like the snarling face because it just gives some expression. This is really nice too, but it's expressionless. So I prefer this, where he just looks kind of more evil, and you can see the dirt and the teeth and the nastiness and all that, which is awesome. I also like what they did with the hands. Palpatine being a character that is completely cloaked, there's really not much more you can do with the body and everything. So you really got to work on the hands and the face. And in the hands, there's wrinkles and it looks like it's been deteriorated from using the electricity. The nails look dirty and pointy and grimy. It's just very, very gnarly, nasty looking character. So really, really cool. I love the way the cloak flows. I just love everything about this. This is really nice. Painting as far as the cloak, you know, I'm looking at the Vader right now. The Vader looks a little darker. This has kind of a more gray tone to it than black. I think they could have gone a shade darker, but I think that the reason that he went with a lighter tone was so that you could see more of the details. Black kind of hides that a lot. But I think, yeah, a little darker on the cloak would have been cool next to Vader. That would have been pretty neat. But otherwise, super nice statue. This thing is really, really cool, and I like it a lot. Really do. So what I'm gonna do now, let's go get the Royal Guard, bring it out, and then I can show you how this guy stacks with the Royal Guard. All right, so there's how he looks with the Royal Guard. So you can see that he fits in real nicely. I think he looks cool. Royal Guard kind of stand a little taller than him, but not by much with the bases. The bases actually almost line up completely down here, which is cool. If you want to display it like this, you're obviously going to need a lot of spaces because of how wide all these statues are. So you're looking at like 32 inches of space to get that. Or, you know, you could take and use the circular base to your advantage, you know, and you can take and kind of curl these a little bit like that, possibly, you know, just to make them like look like they're like he's walking in between them, and that'll cut down your space a little bit, but not really by much. It's still about the same. So you have those options. You can move them a little forward. Let me unplug that. You can move them a little forward, you know, and have these guys in the back a little bit like that, you know, and that brings them in just a touch. So that looks pretty cool like that too. Actually, that don't look that bad at all. That's pretty, I'm looking at it in my monitor right here. Yeah, so that's how he looks with the Royal Guard. I think it's a real nice addition there. So that's one option. This is probably the option that I would go with if I was going to take and display him. I'd have it just like that, you know, right across my shelf, all lined up. I think he looks really cool like that. All right, and then here he is with a quarter scale Darth Vader. Now, this is the Hot Toys Darth Vader. So obviously there's a lot of cloth on this, but even the premium formats have a lot of cloth on it. So this is kind of like how he would look with this kind of statue. This figure doesn't come with it does come with a base, but the base is very tall, so I didn't bring that out. But if you see how he stands, if this guy was standing on the base, you could see that Vader definitely has some height on him. So that's cool, and it looks pretty nice. So I think he was stacked right, you know, really nicely with a Vader quarter scale right next to him. Also, if you wanted to have that, considering his pose here, I would probably like a Vader that's less action posed to go along with it. Is probably what I would go. Maybe like the Return of the Jedi style one that they had from Sideshow would probably be a cool one. Although that one stands on a very tall base as well. This is a Return of the Jedi Vader here, so it kind of fits with the whole Emperor thing. So, you know, gives it a whole Return of the Jedi vibe, which I like. I wonder how it would look if I made Vader kneel. And there it is with the Vader kneeling in front of him. This is actually kind of cool. Every time I think I'm about to sell this figure, I always am reminded why I like it. So yeah, I don't know if this one will ever get a chance to leave the collection. I dig it. It's a really nice looking figure. But yeah, you can see how it could look with a Vader, like if you had a kneeling Vader. But he does look very much in proportion with the quarter scale Vader. So that's my thoughts on this one. I think it's a really, really nice piece. I think a lot of you guys are going to be super happy once you get it in hand. It's a very awesome looking Emperor, you know, for the collection. I think it's really cool. And that is it for me, guys. As always, please leave your comments down below with your thoughts on this one right here. And until next time, may the Force be with you.